Let's get started. So let's open the root motion system blueprint third-person character, and let's go ahead and open the character player from the ESRPG. This is the character player. Let's go to event graph. Okay. So we want to add the rider component. There's two ways you can add it. You can go to add and add rider component. That's one way. Another way I would recommend is just copy this, just paste it here. There you go. Now let me see what you have. So you would need this. Let's copy this and put it somewhere over here. As long as the E key is not conflicting with anything, let's go ahead and check. If I go to the project settings, then you have input. Okay, so the interaction is E, so that's going to conflict with it. We might change it later. Let's stick with it, and let's see what else we need. If you want to use the, you can also copy this. If you want to use the default AI system, you would copy this and put it over here if you want to do that. But I'm going to show you the writing system, and then if you go here, if you go to writers component and filter for debug, and keep that on. Now we want to change this to our character player. See, if you go to wall settings in this map, now if I press E, you might have to change the key binding to something not being used. Let's say try F. Okay, so if I press F, see there's a sphere trace. We want to adjust that. If I go to writer system, a little more bigger, let's make it 30 and this 35. Now we're going to do a couple of things. So let's go to writer component and let's retarget the animation. This is the only animation you have, so what you want to do is go to the animation, right click, retarget animation, and you want to choose the just, I think this is the one, SKJS. all right, and if you search for mount, this is the animation. Don't worry about the legs. If you export it, I'm going to export it to, let's put it in writing system just to find it easily. Okay, export, and then export, close this, save. So this is the animation you're going to use. So pretty much you're going to swap the animation in your character player, all of this. Like everywhere it's being used. Here, there, make sure you replace all the animations. Otherwise the animation will appear crooked. Okay, and let's go ahead and compile and save. So if you go to the NM blueprint of the third person character, so make sure you copy this part of the code, right? Copy this, and in just make sure you paste it over here, right? Make sure you have this part of the code. You might have to create these 3 variables, and also you copy from here. You don't need this one, but copy all this and place it right here. Okay, so you have to copy all these variables, these 2 and these 3 variables. I already have the variables in place. Open the go to the ending graph of the example, go there, and you're going to copy this. All right, so in here we have mounted, in here you have mounted negate. So you can just copy this and go to just go to main state machine and place it here. Okay, just paste it here. It's going to look like this. You don't have to worry about this. You're just going to copy and paste this. You can use this random sequence player. So if you can just go here, you can add as many as idle animations as you want in idle pose or default pose as well. But this is, you can do that if you want random idle animations, which looks very nice using this. And then, so you don't have to, you just, when you copy this, it's gonna be there. So make sure you just want to add, you can just search for mounted and put that here and say mounted not there. Okay, there you go. Now if you want to use the IP system, it's going to be very similar, but there are a couple of things that are different. So IP system has similar things, this, and it's a different component pretty much, right? Yeah, so there's a blank space. It pretty much you do the same thing. The variables are the same thing pretty much. You want to copy this, right? Add this, copy this component and add it to here. Then you want to change the animation. I can show you how to do so. Let's say, so we finished the root motion system. Let's copy this and add it here. We can have 2 systems in a single player. Paste it here. This. So for instead of that, we're going to do this. So this is the root motion system. This is for the in-play animation system, right? You're going to have that. And there we have, let's see, the trace going to be 35, 30. And let's see if the debug is enabled. Debug is enabled. So if you want to use the root motion system, you don't have to do this part, right? You don't have to do this part. This is the another system. Open this. So pretty much the same. Let's see how the yeah, so you need all these there, right? Pretty much the same thing. So you follow the same processes. You look at the variables. So you want to convert this blank space, right, to just skeletal mesh. And then if you go to the NM blueprint, you just copy all these variables, right? And you just take this, pretty much do the same thing, right? So you have all these variables, right? So you have to have this for the in-place system, IP system. Pretty much copy all this and then add it to the initialize animation, and then make sure you have this part in the update section. So it shouldn't use You shouldn't use both system in the same player. Just decide what you want to use. If you like the root motion system, use the root motion. If you like the IP system, use the IP system. So this is, it goes there, and you just copy this and do the same thing we did for the root motion system. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the Discord channel. If you like the product, please leave some good reviews. Thank you very much.